From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. And the starter for Toronto, Kevin Gausman.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And the 1-0.
That's ball two.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 2-1. There's the strike, 95 of that one. And that's too high.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Payoff pitch. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Man at first. Here's Mookie to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. Rudder takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Pretty impressive from the three-hole hitter. Picks up the single, then swipes second to get into scoring position. Now, that's not going to show up on the slugging percentage very much, but it works the same way for the team. Let's see if they can drive him in now.
Just getting started here in Toronto. That's outside, and that is ball one.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Man at second. Clement throws to first, and he's out.
Batting fourth, first baseman Freddie Freeman.
There's Freddie Freeman now. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Man on second, 2 down. And the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ball one.
Outside low, and a count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Tucker at second with 2 down. On the ground, right
that's a foul
side,
ball.
and that's just foul. Another 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And the batter is George Springer.
Ball.
The 1-0. Swing and a foul straight back.
Let's go, George.
Got him. One away.
Batting second, designated
Let's take a look
hitter,
at the lineup for the Blue Jays.
Snyder.
This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. Come on, Davis.
0-1.
Nope. Outside.
That one ripped. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties.
Ball 1.
They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Blue Jays go down in order. We played an inning, no score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Aye.
That one catches the zone. That's strike two.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Here's the 0-2. To third. Okamoto. Whips it across and quickly one away in the second.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. Big time power. Gausman. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. On the ground. And foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
At the plate, Andy Pajes.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch.
And that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Kazuma Okamoto.
Yeah!
That catches the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. The 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. The throw in. But he's in there easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. A little bit low. Man at second. Foul ball there. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's a 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Miles Straw next up for the Blue Jays.
Hey!
The Jays looking to strike first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Way outside. 1-2 to count. Yamamoto sends him packing. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it. One up, one down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
And up next for Los Angeles, Alex Freeland.
Ball inside.
Freeland goes 5 feet 11 inches, hitting 9th in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2022. Next pitch misses. Ball 2. And he swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Top of the 3rd, no score. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Dodgers, the designated
And here's a look at how he's
Shohei
using his
Ohtani.
pitches in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. No runs allowed yet. I think he'll probably keep this approach.
Ohtani
Nope,
in the
that's a
box
ball.
here lets that one go for a ball. Nice grab. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Tyler Heineman will hit next.
Hey!
Jimenez gets his lead at first, nobody out. Fouled off, he was late.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Makes the grab.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
One out man at first. Here's George Springer. Led off the game with a strikeout.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Yamamoto checks over to first, and he's back. The 0-1. And he takes a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The 1-2. That's
Ball
a little
two.
bit low.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one to first. Freeman over to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. Start of the fourth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. This one smoked on its way out of here. A monster shot to right. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Oh, Boo, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Here's Betts. He's 0 for 1. That misses the
Ball
zone,
one.
and it's 1-0.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And there's a foul ball. Top of the zone for a called strike. Betts hanging in there. He's a tough at bat.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
On the ground to third. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 1 so far. Just a slow ground ball this time. Jimenez on to first.
He's out.
And they get the out on Smith. That ends the frame. Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's now 1-0. Bottom four, and now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Davis Schneider.
Davis Schneider.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Now one missed.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
That's in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Out towards right center field. And there's two away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third
Kazuma
baseman,
Okamoto
Kazuma
now at the plate.
Okamoto.
He's 0 for 1. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one back. And gone! A solo shot. And we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Dalton Varsho digs in now.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. The 0-2. And ball 1.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And they'll do it again. That
Ball
misses. Ball 2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they lead it. It's 2-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo.
Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and That's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
So 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. The 0-1. Fought off foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Sets him down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the top of the 5th. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Flied to right his first time.
Ball 1.
The Dodgers trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. And they tie it up. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's out.
The 1-2. Ground ball right side. Clement. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Alex Freeland.
Next to hit, Alex Freeland. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one. It's their second home run of the inning, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 3-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
That's ball
Now
two.
he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back now in Toronto, and now for the Jays, Miles Straw.
Miles Straw.
Fouled off down the right side. Softly hit to third. Sends it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, shortstop Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Late swing, foul to the left. Oh, 1 now. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Inside, ball 1.
Heineman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They're down 3-2. Back here at Rogers Center. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Stepping in, Kyle
Leadoff for
Tucker.
Los Angeles, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
That one
That's a ball.
close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the first time. Mason Fluharty, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Number 62 also getting ready.
Hey!
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And it's a foul ball. That one way inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 2-2 on the way. Game tuck goes down on strikes.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Betts batting with one down, takes a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball, strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
That one finds the zone. 0-2. Stays alive. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a 1-2. Fastball is outside. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that's outside. And that's ball one. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. Clement over to first. That's out number 3. Dodgers down in order, but they're up 3-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. In the air, out towards right center. Brings it in, and a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Blue Jays, designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Now it's the DH, Davis Schneider.
Aye!
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing and a ground ball. Play made, that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, and it's still a 3-2 ball game.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Mason Fluharty.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Smith jumps out of the way of the first pitch.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound. No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Next offering is downstairs. Fastball for a strike. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him swinging for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's Max Muncy.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that's in for a strike.
Ball, that's upstairs. Ball?
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And that's too high, ball 4. One gone, runner at first. Now at the plate, Andy Pajes.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Muncy headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Up next for the Dodgers, left
I don't know
fielder,
how he's able to
Teoscar
shoot that pitch the other
Hernandez.
way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And here comes Teoscar Hernandez for a critical at bat. Line drive. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. To the plate, save! And they lead by 2.
Up next for the Dodgers, second baseman Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. And the 0-1.
Ball.
1 run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike. And that one gets past the catcher. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Kazuma Okamoto.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes. Well, these Jays
outside.
just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one blasted deep to right. That's back there. Into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and just like that, they're within a run. Here comes the crowd. They're feeling it right now.
Oh, you can't ask for a bigger performance from him. A pair of home runs, and now just a one-run game here in the late stages. This team won't go away because he won't let them.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And that one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The Dodgers holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And a 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Off the
Ball
mark
2.
there. Ball 2. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will depart. Gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Tanner Scott.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the 0-1. There's a strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed difference.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Now the left fielder, Miles Straw.
Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. Check swing. He went. And the count even 1-1. In the air, right field. And that will end the inning. The Jays get one back on this homer. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
Ball one. The leadoff batter as he looks at ball one. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Little warming up as well.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
And
that's
that
ball
one
3.
cutting but missing down low. That one misses.
Nope, that's
so
ball
a
4.
leadoff walk.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. He's already homered in this game. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
The lefty, the 1-0. This one lifted in the air, left field. Strong on his way over, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
1 out man at first. Here's Mookie now. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Here's a high chopper. Off balance speed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs in the inning despite the leadoff walk, and that does it. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Blue Jays 3.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Will Klein.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading off for
Well,
Toronto.
1-run game. Andres Jimenez getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Edwin Diaz, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2 again. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied.
That swing completely changes the momentum of this game, Boog.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Tyler Heineman next up for the Blue Jays.
That's a ball.
Tied at 4. Here's a 1-2. Inside, almost got him. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. And there's a ball.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
And the 1-0. Late swing, fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Got him swinging.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Next to hit, Davis Schneider. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one.
Yeah!
To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But this clutch home run gets us even again. Through 8 full, it's Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Tommy Nance. This is his 5th appearance of the year. So now it's Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. Out, leading off the top of the 9th, and they take care of a big threat right there. Will Smith to the plate. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, you can't offer it that pitch in an 0-0 count. It's a strike, but not every strike is a good strike early in the count.
And that's a strike. Ball one there. Outside.
Ball, that's outside.
And the count is 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Four in the ninth. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the slurve, and it was the right choice.
Boogie just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth.
Hey!
The 1-1.
Ball 2.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Andy Pajes will hit next.
Hey!
Pajes wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Tied at 4. Line drive, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Muncy on his horse around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and in the ninth, they take the lead.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, 2 outs. Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Two on, 2 outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-1 now. And that is out of play. Sends him down looking. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Guerrero Jr.
Vladdy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. One-run game, bottom 9.
Ball
Right now,
inside.
behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
See the velocity 97 with that fastball. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. A huge out to start the bottom of the 9th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kazuma Okamoto. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Fought off foul. The Dodgers trying to close out a 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Liner caught it second.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
1 out left for the Blue Jays, and now it's going to be Dalton Varsho.
Nope, that's a ball. Ball, that's
An
inside.
interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
That's out to center field. Pajes has a beat on it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball game. Get this win on the road. Everybody's happy with the W.